Historically significant things that happened on June 6th. June 6th resonates across history as a day of monumental turning points, defined by massive military endeavors, profound political shifts, and culturally transformative milestones. Foremost in the global consciousness is 1944, when Operation Overlord commenced, as over 156,000 Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy, France, in the largest amphibious invasion in human history to alter the course of World War II. This spirit of definitive transitions is echoed across decades and centuries, from the tragic passing of U.S. Senator Robert F. Kennedy in 1968 following his assassination, to the ancient fall of Beijing in 1644, which marked the collapse of the historic Ming Dynasty. The day also anchors brilliant leaps in culture and engineering, witnessing the world's very first drive-in movie theater opening in New Jersey in 1933, and the Beatles stepping into EMI's Abbey Road studios for their first historic audition in 1962. Whether shifting the tides of war or reshaping the fabric of daily entertainment, June 6th stands as a powerful testament to human strategy, resilience, and creative breakthrough. Let us look at the significant historical events of June 6th, categorized by cultural, educational, financial, physical, mental, relational health, political, professional, social, spiritual, and scientific and technological points of view. Historically significant things that happened on June 6th. From cultural point of view, 1944, the D-Day radio broadcasts. As Allied troops landed on the beaches of Normandy, radio networks across the globe preempted regularly scheduled programming to deliver live, historic news bulletins, fundamentally transforming how the public collectively experienced major historical events in real time. 1962, the Beatles' first Abbey Road audition. The Beatles traveled to EMI's Abbey Road studios in London for their first formal audition with producer George Martin, a momentous session that ultimately led to their recording contract and altered the course of global pop music culture. 1998, Sex and the City premieres. The groundbreaking comedy drama series made its television debut on HBO, launching an immense pop culture phenomenon that redefined the media depiction of female friendships, sexuality, and modern fashion. Historically significant things that happened on June 6th. From educational point of view, 1844, founding of the YMCA. George Williams founded the Young Men's Christian Association in London, aiming to provide low-cost, structured educational, physical, and spiritual development classes for young workers during the height of the Industrial Revolution. 1944, the passing of the Servicemen's Readjustment Act, GI Bill framework. While officially signed into law weeks later, the massive operational structures to handle millions of incoming veteran university applications were heavily mobilized around the D-Day execution, entirely reshaping the landscape of mid-century American higher education. Historically significant things that happened on June 6th. From financial point of view, 1934, creation of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission of 1934, officially establishing the SEC to regulate stock markets, protect investors, and restore public financial trust after the devastating 1929 market crash. 2011, global markets react to post-recession Eurozone sovereign debt crisis. International financial indexes experienced sharp fluctuations as unified regulatory bodies stepped up emergency fiscal negotiations, deeply impacting global bond yields and multinational investment strategies. Historically significant things that happened on June 6th, from physical, mental, relational health point of view. 1981, early clinical tracking of the AIDS epidemic begins. Immediately following the CDC's historic June 5th report, regional medical practices and mental health support networks immediately began organizing the first specialized clinical evaluations for patients exhibiting immune vulnerabilities. 1997, breakthroughs in neurodegenerative disease research. International medical journals published key findings detailing the role of specific protein misfoldings in the brain, providing essential diagnostic baselines that accelerated modern therapeutic treatments for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. Historically significant things that happened on June 6th. From political point of view, 1644, the fall of Beijing to the Qing dynasty. Rebel forces under Li Zicheng breached the sea gates, leading to the tragic suicide of the Chongzhen emperor and marking the definitive collapse of the historic Ming dynasty as Qing forces prepared to establish rule. 1944, Operation Overlord, D-Day begins. In the largest amphibious invasion in human history, over 156,000 Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy, France, successfully breaching Nazi Germany's Western Front and initiating the liberation of Western Europe. 1968. Death of Senator Robert F. Kennedy. The prominent U.S. Senator and presidential candidate passed away at Good Samaritan Hospital in Los Angeles, less than 26 hours after being shot at the Ambassador Hotel, throwing the national political landscape into profound mourning and chaos. 1982. The 1982 Lebanon War begins. Israeli military forces launched an invasion of southern Lebanon, commencing a highly complex, multi-decade geopolitical conflict that dramatically restructured political alliances throughout the Middle East. Historically significant things that happened on June 6th, from professional point of view. 1925, the founding of Chrysler Corporation. Visionary automotive engineer and executive Walter Chrysler established the corporate entity from the remnants of the Maxwell Motor Company, fundamentally restructuring standard manufacturing and engineering practices within the global auto industry. 1944, high-stakes command of General Dwight D. Eisenhower. Demonstrating unparalleled executive leadership, General Eisenhower made the definitive, calculated, professional decision to launch the D-Day invasion, despite highly volatile weather forecasts, cementing an enduring legacy of strategic management. Historically significant things that happened on June 6th. From social point of view, 1941, the opening of the first fully integrated USO club. Operating under a unified mandate to serve all American military personnel, early United Service Organization centers established vital civic blueprints for social integration and morale-boosting community efforts during mobilization. 1972, the Stockholm Conference adopts first global environment manifestos. Continuing structural international discussions, global leaders drafted foundational human rights conventions linking environmental health directly to social equity and civic survival. Historically significant things that happened on June 6th. From spiritual point of view. 1549, publication of the first Book of Common Prayer. Compiled under the leadership of Thomas Cranmer, the structured liturgical text was officially instituted across the Church of England, permanently unifying English spiritual worship, language, and theology. 1923. Canonization framework for early modern missionaries. The Holy See finalized deep bureaucratic and ecclesiastic reviews, formalizing the historical processes used to recognize the spiritual sacrifice of cross-cultural European martyrs. Historically significant things that happened on June 6th, from scientific and technological points of view. 1933, the first drive-in movie theater opens. Inventor Richard Hollingshead opened the world's very first patent-authorized drive-in cinema in Camden, New Jersey, combining film exhibition with automotive culture to create a revolutionary commercial entertainment technology. 1971, launch of Soyuz 11. The Soviet Union successfully launched 3 cosmonauts aboard Soyuz 11 to dock with Salyut 1, establishing the world's first crewed occupancy of a space station and achieving a monumental technical milestone in long-duration orbital engineering. Hi viewers, family and friends. How did you like the content of this video? Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please write in the comments your name and the place you are watching from. Since our viewing family is spread all over the world, it will be nice to know which city and the country you are watching from, so I can say hello to you. Science and technology. Reading and listening to the historical accomplishments on this date of those who have gone before us, I, as a professional engineer with interest in structural engineering, energy-efficient buildings, ICF construction, and as Google Docs expert with interest in spreadsheet-based solutions, draw inspiration to ask of myself the million-dollar question: what would I accomplish today? Think about the Japanese practice of Kaizen. Let me know in the comments, what would you accomplish today? Your subscribing to the channel inspires me to post more such videos. Thanks for your patronage. See you in the next video. Sincerely, Yogi Anand.